All right, this one's about there's no honor amongst thieves and you can't trust anyone. So I'm going to break it down, let you know why you can't trust anyone and why it's no honor amongst thieves. All right, so sit back, enjoy the ride, and let me just take you there right now. All right. All right, Unique Mecca Audio, man. I'm going to break down that there's no honor amongst thieves. That's right to an extent. You understand? When you say there's no honor amongst thieves, 9 times out of 10, that's civilian speaking. You know, when you on the street, we know that we honor each other because if we violate that, we know it could cost us our life. All right? So for y'all to easily say no honor amongst thieves, that's, you know, how you say, that's suckers and rat bastards sitting on the sidelines looking for something to say wearing they flip-flops, twinkling their toes. You know what I mean? But we know when we go out on a mission, whether it's a jukes, meaning a stick-up, or whether it's to go make a drug sale, you know, or to do a scam, to do, you know, jostling, meaning robbing a store, whatever, you know when you go out that you're going to split it, you know what I mean, X amount, whatever it is that was agreed upon, whether it's 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, whatever it is. So that's where you honor your word. Because if we go on a jukes, right, if you go on a jukes with someone and they violate and they don't honor their word when they give it to you, that your compensation for your part in the caper is X amount of percent and they don't give it to you, that means all bets are off and right there you allowed to fly their head, period. Not promoting violence, just letting you know how it works in the street. So when dudes go out and do something and, you know, they got the spoils, meaning they got the, you know, they got the upper hand. They got what they came to get. And then now dudes say, nah, I get more because I'm the one that went in. You know, nah, I get more because I knew about the caper. I get more because I drove you. Nah, you get less because you drove. No, all of that should have been had before. If that conversation come up with me when I go out on a caper with somebody, right there, I got a green light to fly his head. You understand? Because if you go against your word, that's death. That's why we say our word is our bond and I give my life before I allow my word to fail. So don't go out there thinking that you're going to go on a caper with somebody and then when it's time to get the spoils, then all of a sudden you want to switch it up and come with all this fugazi. You get this, they get that. They didn't do this, they didn't do that. They were supposed to do that. That's what suckers do and rat bastards and flip-flop wearing public trolls, just so you understand. But we don't want to fall in that category because our life is worth more. And you better remember the same thing that you plan on doing for someone for not honoring his word is the same thing that you better expect them to do unto you for you not honoring your word. You understand? So like I said, we go back to that again. You know, my word is my bond and I give my life before I allow it to fail. That's where that come in at. If you give your life, expect someone to take it for not honoring your word. Because that's all we got. When the feds lock me up, right? Let me ride for a minute. Let me ride. When the feds lock me up, they physically put my frame in a cage. You understand? And by them doing that, that don't mean that, you know, I'm locked up. No, my body's locked up. But my mind has always been free and my tongue has always been mine because I control what comes out my mouth and off my tongue. And just for me being in control of that, that means if I put something out there and I don't honor that, that warrants death. So when you hear people say, not promoting nothing, got to say that after I say that because I know the old rat bastards and flip-flop wearing and public trolls is sitting there looking for something to go at because they don't like when I speak the real like that. Because now you hear such and such, you know, kill such and such. Now all of a sudden, oh, he a dirty dude, oh, he grimy, he this. No, you have to ask yourself, what did he do to warrant killing? I got a homie, right? Let's get this right. I got a homie. Every time he used to get mad at somebody, he used to always say, man, that nigga deserved killing. That nigga don't deserve to live. And he was dead serious. And this was a dude that had over 60 murders. So when he tell you somebody don't deserve to live or they deserve killing, you better believe that he mean it, And that was his biggest thing, is that when you give your word, you honor your word. And that's what y'all don't understand. The same way when you was a child and your father said he coming and he don't come. Your mother said she gonna pick you up from the babysit at 5 and she don't come till 8. And you a kid, you waiting, you know the time, it's 5 o'clock, she not there. Now you disappointed, it crush you on the inside, but there's nothing you could do about it. But when you out there on the street and you moving and somebody violate their word, there is something you could do about it. And you hope that they don't take it to the extreme and try and make you honor your word by giving your life before you allow your word to fail. You understand? It's like them Chinese movies. You ever see them Chinese movies where, the karate movies where they always avenging someone's death? They avenging someone's death because that's the loyalty that comes with it. If that's your comrade and they do something to him, then you must do something to him who done it to your friend, because as they say, what's that saying? Let's get this right. Let's get this right. You know what I mean? I'm just riding right now. I'm just riding. You can't have someone threatening to do something to your comrade and you're not doing it. When you hear about, all these gang-related, bodies going on, you sitting on the outside would say, oh, they're crazy, they're out of control. No, they're honoring their word. Their word to ride or die with their comrade. So if their comrade dies, they ride for their comrade. And that's why I tell the youth, don't get involved in the street, because that's how serious that is. Like when we in prison. You got a cellie. You got a beef, your cellie got a beef with somebody. When they come to move on your cellie, they're going to move on you too. And even if they don't, you have to anticipate when they move on your cellie that, they're going to move on you. So when they come in, you got no choice but to hold down your cellie. That's why you take your time and you pick your cellies wisely. The same way you pick your family, your friends, your homies, your crew, your gang wisely. You don't want to let a weakling in. That's why I say if somebody's not right and, you're going to tell or you will tell or you have told, just let me know. That way I have a choice to deal with you or not, because I don't want to go on a mission or a caper with you and then you tell on me, because then that warrants, and I'm not trying to promote nothing. I'm just letting you know how I go on the street so y'all understand how real and serious this thing could get. You know what I mean? Loyalty is the same as honor. Because you gave your word to the oath that you will be loyal and honorable to your comrade. And that's why he trusts you to put himself in a life or death situation to go out on a caper with you, because he trusted you. You follow me? He trusted you. And just from that alone is where you have to hold him down and you got to keep it 100. Don't go and just tell somebody, how somebody, because I'm just riding. You know how you tell somebody, female tell you, whoever tell you, girl you talking to, or dude you talking to your young ladies, say, I love you, and you say, I love you too. You don't even mean it, but you're just saying it back because they said it. Don't get into that, because when you go telling someone you love them, they take that to heart. And now they're going to give you their heart and their loyalty. And if you're just saying it and don't mean it, then that means that you're going to show signs that you don't mean it. You know what I mean? And you're just saying it. And when you do that, that hurts the person so bad. And that's why so many people is in the graveyard right now and the penitentiary. Because people has let them down. Because and 9 times out of 10, it started from childhood. Like me, I got abandonment issues. Everybody I ever trusted came into my life, they left me. They broke my heart and they left me. I can't trust no one. You know, I don't want you to be like that. I'm just telling you what it is. You know, a lot of people play the emotional games on me. Emotional games is telling me they love me when they don't. Emotional games is saying they got my back when they don't. Emotional games is when they say, I'm going to be loyal to you and I'm honorable to you, and they don't. And if someone is really going to be loyal and honorable to you, they're not going to come and tell you that. They're going to show you that. When certain situations arise, that's when you know who's there. And that's why I roll with the brothers from D.C. as much as I do my own homies. You know, because brothers from D.C., it's like, you know, you get in a situation, you don't have to run and tell them you're in a situation. They come to your rescue. You know what I mean? They come to your aid. You know? So therefore, if they get into something, then you have to go to their rescue and their aid as well. Now, let me give you an example. You got a dude out there. We got a dude out there from Detroit. Dude from Detroit gets into it with a white dude, and now the white dude's is ready to jump on a dude from Detroit. You know what I mean? That's when we as men, New York, D.C., you know, the Muslim car, you know, Jersey, Philly, you know what I mean? Virginia, that's where all of us, you know what I mean? North Carolina, Tennessee, LA, in Vegas, in Boston, you know, Chicago. That's where all of us come together as one. Because that's the men. Because we're not going to let another race do nothing to one of our own. That's the same thing like when I used to hustle up in Washington Heights. You know, I used to go up there and rob. That's why I got shot up to 4 times, had to jump off the roof. Now, when you go up there and you rob one of them brothers in Washington Heights, they could be out there beefing with each other. When I say beefing, I mean, you know, buildings, look at the buildings behind me. Buildings right next door to each other, and dudes in the hallway, and the buildings facing each other, the hallway window facing each other, and they shooting at each other out the window because one done took a customer up the stairs that came to see the other one in the other building the day before or hour before, but now he wasn't down there when the customer came back and the other dude took him, so you call that stealing or jacking your customer. So when they do that, then all hell break loose. So they sitting there shooting at each other, boom, 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 boom. But then now when you go and you try and rob any one of them in those 2 buildings that's shooting at each other, both of them is going to forget the beef they got with each other, unite and move towards you to keep you out of doing anything to them. Meaning they'll put work in on them, on each other, but they're not going to let an outsider come and put work in on them. That's how Dominicans roll, just show you how I do on the street, blacks and everybody else too. I just use that because we're talking about up in Washington Heights. But in prison, it's the same way. If somebody from another race, even though, you know, let's say New York car don't like, you know, the Georgia car. You know what I mean? But if something happened to a dude from Georgia or a dude from New York, the New York dudes is going to Georgia's aid, and the Georgia dudes is going to New York aid, because we're not going to let no outsider come in and do nothing. Do you understand? And that's why I'm here trying to teach y'all what loyalty is. Loyalty is picking your friends wisely, because you don't want someone that's going to go out and cause a problem and bring a problem back to you, and you got to hold them down because he's your celly, he live on your block, he's your gang member, he's your fraternity member, you know what I mean? He's your baby mother's brother, homie, cousin, whatever, you know? So you pick and choose who you move with, so if anything happen, you know how to handle that. Am I saying that right? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do y'all understand the words that are coming out my mouth? You know what I mean? If you ride with something, you ride with them all the way. If you ride with someone, you ride with them till the wheels fall off, is what we call it, AKA means all the way. Period. I'm not going to go to the club with my homie and something happen and I'm not busting off with him. But I'm not gonna go to the club with a dude and call him my homie if he gets drunk, drink, and do stupid stuff and want to fight and bring problems to him. Because if he's with me, my loyalty says I gotta hold him down. Because if you go in the club with somebody, you go to the park with somebody, you go to the basketball court with somebody, you leave with that person as well. You make sure they leave with you. Just like girls go to the club, they run into Unique and they tell their girlfriend, oh man, you know, Unique, here I'm leaving. They're like, girl, how you gonna leave? We came here together. And they're like, nah, man, I've been trying to get with Unique for the longest. No, young ladies. If anything, you tell Unique to drop your girlfriend off to make sure your girlfriend get home safe. Both of y'all leave the club together. Both of y'all get in Unique's car together. And both of y'all go where you're going until you drop off whoever it is you came there with. But you don't leave who you came with behind, because now you leave, go where you need. He take you up to City Island, take you to a nice fancy hotel, you know, dig your back out, y'all have a wonderful night, and then in the morning, you try and call your girlfriend or you try and call your homie, and then they tell you, oh, they got killed in the club last night right after you left with Unique. Huh? So if I would have stayed, that wouldn't have happened? You see where I'm at with this? See, life is like a game of chess, right? You got to think as many moves ahead of your opponent as possible. You got to know if you move your knight here, he going to move his rook there. So you got to know if you're going to the party here and you go with a crash dummy, you already know that there's a chance of him getting into it with somebody else over here, and then you got to get into it with them as well because you came there with them. You see where I'm at? So these are the things that you have to learn just being a part of the street, and that's why I say don't go in the street, then you won't have to worry about these life-saving jewels that I'm giving you. Right or wrong? I mean, put it in the comments, man. You know, because if you go to a party with somebody and they drunk, they get in a fight at the bar, you know what I mean? And you went in there with them, are you going to help them? Be honest. Put it in the comments. Or you going to say, that nigga drunk. I ain't got nothing to do with that nigga. You know what I mean? He know better than that. He know I ain't with that. You know? No, you have to roll with him because you went with him. If that's the case, you should not have went to the club with him. You shouldn't have went to the basketball court with him. You know, as a dude go to the basketball court, he playing ball, and he start talking crazy, and you know what I mean? He elbowing dudes, and he calling dudes out their name, come get this sucker, and all this. And then now he playing with a dude that's a sore loser. The person is losing, and he's calling him a sucker and calling him out. And you there with him, and then now this dude pulls out a knife, you know, and he wants to stab your man. What do? Put it in the comments. Do you help him, or do you say, man, in his mouth cash that check, so now his ass got to handle it? You know what I mean? So, you know, that's not what you do. You roll with your homie. Even when he's wrong, he's right until you get him alone in a corner by himself. Then you let him know that, yo, hold up, what are you doing? You know you could have got his kill jumping out there on them peoples like that. Because you got dudes that don't think for themselves. All they think about is just getting drunk or getting high. So they go to the club, they just go throwing out Hennessy back to back, and now they pissy drunk and they dancing all wild and they slam dancing, they bumping into people, and then they bump into a dude that, you know, just ain't about the bull crap. Like I said, I got a homie that shot a dude in his face for stepping on his shoes. Dude stepped on his shoes, he told him to tell him sorry, dude didn't want to tell him sorry. You know what I mean? He said, man, F them shoes. You know what I mean? So dude waited till he left. When he went outside, he walked right up on him in front of everybody and put two in his face. That's simple. Do you want to lose your life that way? I don't want you to lose your life that way. That's why I'm letting you know that these things exist, and I don't want this to happen to you. All right? So don't say that you didn't get these life-changing jewels over here, Unique Mecca Audio. I'm putting up a video later on. It's in my members. I'm putting this up for the members only. Could go check it out. Go to the members only page, and I'm putting up a video where I'm breaking down, you know, Donald Trump, you know, taking Colorado to the Supreme Court for them not allowing him on the ballot box. So I'm going to give you all a little political breakdown of what's going on with the Supreme Court. Donald Trump, who put 3 judges in, things like that, Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, you know, Ted Cruz, names you don't know about, but I'm going to make it real simple for you to understand. I'm going to get y'all caught up on politics so that by the time this election comes, you'll know how important your vote is once you tune in over here, Unique Mecca Audio. All right? But remember, you got to stay loyal. That's what Donald Trump brought to Washington, D.C., to the Republican Party and to the Democrats. He showed America that he's a man of his word. You might not like the words that come out of his mouth, and he real nasty, filthy, and he talks crazy because he's a New Yorker, just like me. See, when you don't like his mouth, I know a lot of y'all don't like mine, but I don't care what you rat bastards and flip-flop way in public dudes think. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to get out of here before I tap out. Take that with you. You know what I mean? Just one. I ain't gonna give more than one. Not promoting violence, just having fun. But, you know, that's where it's at, man. Just so you understand that, you know, Donald Trump went to Washington and he showed him you honor your word. He honored his word with his base, and everybody that was running behind the Republicans, and a lot of people that was running behind the Democrats, and a lot of people that was independent, they saw the way Donald Trump honored his word and he pushed for his base. And that's how he got a lot of people on him. But then, of course, you get a lot of other people that fall into the, you know, the media propaganda and say, oh, he's racist. Oh, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. He kept money in our pocket. You tell me what's happening in Washington in the last 3 years. Anybody, tell me what Washington has done for you in the last 3 years. Tell me what Washington has done for you in the last 3 years, and then I want you to ask yourself, and be honest, even though a lot of y'all don't like him, then ask yourself, what did Donald Trump do for me while he was in office? What did Donald Trump do that helped me while he was in office? I mean, I know I could say that, you know, he signed the bill to get me home. You know what I mean? But I don't want y'all to see that I'm biased because he got me off Life Plus 20 and I should have stayed in there, you know what I mean? And because he's so nasty, he shouldn't have been president is what y'all thinking. No, I like him just the way he is. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right? So don't say I didn't tell you. I've been on here long enough. I just wanted to come in and give y'all a little something. Share this video, man, because they need to know that there is honor amongst thieves and there's loyalty amongst men. All right, I gave you plenty of different explanations. Make sure to subscribe, like this video. At least give me an emoji, man. Can I at least get a little, can I get a little emoji or something? All right, let's go. Let's keep this thing popping, man. All right.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, yeah. He back on the strip, getting back in the mix. Yeah. What he mentions a gift. Rush. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Yeah. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Real. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green.